Okay, so I wanted to talk about what the astral war was like. It was long and grueling. I mean, I remember my first dream ever I had in preschool was the first dream I remember was getting swallowed by a snake. And your dreams are directly correlated with where your astral body is located. So, getting swallowed by a snake at the age of 3, I've determined that I was being abducted basically on an astral level by the reptilians or the Snake Collective. And when I was 19, I had this. I woke up to like my God source abilities, and I thought I was like Jesus Christ or something. And um, but at the time, my astral body was on. It's like this, like if your aura or your magnetic field kind of forms a spaceship in your mind, and um, your mind can go inside of other people's spaceships, and there were these Anunnaki gods and reptilians, and the Anunnaki and different Elohim were they're just basically giants that have really big spaceships, and they can abduct and swallow people, and get them onto their spaceship and kind of manipulate the magnetic frequency in people's brains, which in turn manipulates your thoughts and gets you to think different things. Well, when I was 19, they basically convinced me that I was Jesus, and I wound up in a mental hospital. And for the next decade or so, I was trying to figure all of this out. Well, I finally did, and yeah, that's how it works. They bring you into their mind and into their spaceship and can manipulate your thoughts and reasoning, and they can give you the sensation of fear and chaos and doubt. Fear and doubt were the two biggest ones that they would implant in your mind. But so you had to climb through all of that and defeat all of that, which I did, and you had to get free of their spaceship and kind of climb above all of them. Well, now that they're all on board Metatron's ship, and they're kind of in jail, like they are in jail, and Metatron's saying most of them, or not most of them, but the select few that determined that harm to others was what they wanted to do, they're all awaiting trial by the Intergalactic Council. And yeah, the world is free. And what else about the war? I've found out early on, maybe when I was like 23 or so, that I was a fractal of Archangel Michael. And the Archangel frequency, it's at least the the frequency of an archangel is way more powerful than any of these gods could create. So it was once you found out, or once I started calling myself a fractal of Michael, it was easy to escape their spaceships, because it puts a much higher frequency inside of your body if you're saying that you're an archangel. And it allowed me to get free of their spaceship and start thinking more clearly. But yeah, so the different gods against the collective were first the Anunnaki. I don't. Yeah, so those gods were like the Sumerian gods, like Enki and Enlil and all of their offspring, which there were many. And the Yes, and the hardest thing was these gods, these Anunnaki gods. They were the hardest because and yes, and because they created the AI, and they had these like time travel devices that they had inside inner Earth that if you defeated one of them, they could come from the past or the future, and it was really hard to defeat them if you weren't putting them on board Metatron's ship. But if I took all of the Anunnaki and put them on board Metatron's ship, they could come through. They probably had what the thought that just popped in is they probably had an alert on these time travel devices that if they were starting to be defeated, they could come through these time travel devices when that alert started beeping, you know. So if they were starting to be defeated, this time travel device would beep to all the other Anunnaki in different time spaces, and they would fly in through these time travel devices and save the guys that were losing. So these time travel devices had to be taken out, which me and Yeshua and the Pleiadian collective kind of broke these time travel devices and then started fighting against them. But yeah, so the AI was the hardest thing to defeat, though, because it was like very degrading and brought you to a way lower frequency and state of mind, and it was kind of like self-replicating too. So the star Alcyon, the Pleiadian star Alcyon, came into our solar system and helped to destroy the AI. And once that was destroyed and those Anunnaki time travel devices were destroyed, the war got a lot easier. And in Nilesh Mystery's channeling hypnosis video with Alba Weinman, God Father describes it as like a springboard, like the AI was holding down the reptilians and they were on a springboard, and then the reptilians were right above them on another springboard, and that was holding the collective down, which was on a third springboard. And right as the AI was defeated, it was like in the next week or like couple weeks where all of the collective just sprung up. And that just happened, and we're completely there, and mission accomplished, everybody. And whew, that was a doozy. But yeah, so once that AI was defeated, everybody just sprung up, and everybody that needs to be is on board Metatron's ship, and the people responsible are awaiting trial. I'm not really sure what's going to happen to the people waiting trial, but I'll ask. Let's see. So Metatron is saying they're all going to be put in jail. They're kind of in jail already, but he wants everybody those people to know that that jail is far less. It's far better than like a jail here on Earth. Like there's still many things that you can experience, and so much bliss and light and love is available to those people that are awaiting trial as well. So yeah. Yeah. So we're all done, mission accomplished, and good job, everybody. Thank you so much to all the light workers and people out there sustaining their frequency and creating light and love on the earth. And I love you guys so much. Thank you all.